Thank you so much for stopping by. I am Christine, Sassy Southern Home, and today we're going to be making some fun Candyland ornaments. So I just picked out a couple of pieces of felt, the colors that I wanted. I've got a red, a purple, light purple, and a pink. You could do any color, but I was just kind of thinking of candy. And then I've got some puff paint, and I picked that up from Hobby Lobby. I've just got some twine and my doll needles, DOLL, because they are large, and anytime I've got a lot to run through, I use these large needles. And I've got my rotary tool. I think it must be really dull. It must be time for a new one. I cut my strips about an inch, so the rest of them I just ended up measuring it, marking it with a Sharpie, and then cutting it. So my first one, I stitched it before I did the puff paint, but I found out that it looks better, it dries better, and it just looks better if you do the puff paint first. So this one was my first one, so it was kind of experimented. I did one or two passes. Some of them I stitched both sides, and some of them I stitched only one side. So it really doesn't matter. Just make sure when you stitch it that you make a little loop on one side so you can hang your ornament. And you can see here, I did the puff paint first. I let those dry for a complete 24 hours. Then I came back and stitched them. My first one, I stitched it too tight, so my other ones, I did it loose so I could fluff up the felt in between. And if you haven't guessed already, we are making ribbon candy. I don't even know if they sell this anymore, but it's the hard candy that just looks like ribbon, and it would have like different colors through it. But anyhow, that's what we're making. So adorable, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this project. Not hard at all. The worst thing was getting that big fat doll needle through some of that puff paint. You could see I was kind of struggling with some of that. But whatever designs you want to make, so you're going to fold it to where those designs for the most part are on the outside, on the edges. You can see how I do here, over, under, kind of like you're doing a paper airplane kind of thing. And then you can see me just stitching it up. Like I say, you only have to do one side if you just want to leave the one side hanging a little bit floppy, or you can do both sides. And then you'll see I had to do like 2 or 3 of the ends at one time. It wouldn't go through all, and I was struggling with some of those. I had to actually put it down on my counter or my table to get it to do. Now the yarn, I'm doing it like embroidery thread, and I'm only going to do leaving the tail, and I'm not going to double that to go through because you only need it to do one single thread. So, and then I did most of them, I think I did go back through a second time so that there are 2 pieces of thread running on each side, if that makes sense. You can watch what I'm doing here and you'll understand, but leave some room there so that you can fluff, like I said, so that you've got the ribbon candy looking pretty. Project number 2, you're going to need an ice cube tray. I just got mine from the Dollar Tree because we're making this as cheap as we can for these. And I had these little hooks on hand, but you're going to need some little eyelet hooks, and then whatever paint you wanted. So I was thinking kind of peppermint patty. So I did some blue, and not peppermint patty, peppermint candy, and some red. Now, lots of hot glue. So I'm using hot glue. You can use resin, or you can use air dry clay for this, but I decided to use hot glue. Make sure if you're using hot glue that you get your hot glue into all of those little corners, those little edges. You can always go back and fill it up. Make sure you fill it up pretty good. And then the hot glue is going to be kind of self-leveling. Resin would work really well, but I wanted an easier way, and we all have hot glue. So you're going to let this dry, and you can see where it's dry or mostly dry. Don't let it harden all the way because it's going to be a white opaque look to it. I didn't want it to dry all the way because I wanted to be able to put my little screws in there, my little eyelet screws. So you're just going to screw that in there, and then when they completely dry, you're going to take and paint them. I painted them front and back, and I did 2 coats on each. And these are just cute little candy ornaments with a little candy cane and the little candy in the wrapper. Now you can get real creative, and on the candy cane you could do stripes if you wanted to. You could take a detail brush and do different colors on there, do the bow, greenery, whatever, but I just painted them solid colors, and they are adorable, you guys. Hope you enjoy this one.
'Tis the season, it's finally December.
Alright, for project number 3, I grabbed some of the miniature ornaments from Dollar Tree and some paints in 2 different color purples and a pink. I'm going to use some floral foam just to hold these up while I'm painting them and while they're drying. And I got some of the oh gosh, what are these things called? For the cake pops. It's cake pop sticks from Hobby Lobby. And you're going to need a small drill bit. You're going to take off the little hangers and then take the drill bit. Now, the first one, I made a mistake and I drilled my hole directly in the center, and that's where the seam is. So don't do that because it's going to want to pull apart, and I had to like put some hot glue in there to keep it together. So drill off to the edge. You can see me here. This is my second one I'm doing, and drill kind of off center from the edge there. And then this is the hole to insert our little eyelet screw into. And then I did put some hot glue in there to secure it. I'm going to use some the cake pop sticks just to hold these up. You're going to get paint on them, so you're going to waste a few, but you're going to need something to hold them up. And I tried some skewers and that didn't work, so I just took some little paint brushes, and then each one got 2 coats of the paint and let that fully dry. And I did also paint the little hooks as well. You see how adorable these are? Now that I really like that one purple paint. That's just acrylic paint that I use, and it's so glossy. I like it. So these really do look like cake pops. Now you could use that puff paint if you wanted to come back and make it look like some icing on there. You could use some Mod Podge and put that over your little ball and put some sprinkles, some candy sprinkles on there. But I'll just left them plain because they just kind of look like they've got the icing on them anyhow. But you could decorate it however you wanted to. And this is an easy project, and it's so cute. So, project number 4. We are going to be making some little lollipops. So I got these floral foams from Dollar Tree. I got some paper straws, and then I'm going to use these chenille stems, and I got this from Hobby Lobby and the straws from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just using 2 different colors of purple, the same ones from the cake pops. You see the pink there, but I did not use pink. So I'm just going to take a bread knife and cut these in half because they're rather thick, and I don't want my lollipops that thick. So I cut it in half, and it may look a little jagged. But what I did was I painted all around the thing, both sides and the edges, and then I even had to come back and touch up. I didn't want any green showing. Now, I don't think it's completely necessary on the side that you're gonna hot glue the chenille stems on. I just didn't want that green to be showing through. So if you try this project, you probably don't have to do the side that you're gonna glue on, but I did just in case. So I am going to use the side that I'm going to glue on that's going to be the ragged side because it didn't cut straight. Now, you could have maybe used something sharper than a bread knife. I didn't want it to be too serrated, so I didn't want to use a steak knife. I needed something kind of large. Anyhow, you can't tell that they're a little rough, and actually I had to cut some down a little bit. So you can take your chenille stem and go ahead in your hand and start your little circle. And then when you got a good little circle started, I just eyeballed a center, and then I'm going to hot glue that down. Now I'm using my smaller hot glue gun because I don't want a fat bead of hot glue. So I'm just going to go around and ever so often lay down some hot glue that down. And you just don't want a fat bead of hot glue because you don't want it coming up between there. My first one I did a larger one, I believe, hot glue, and then it just got too much on the, but it's still cute. You can't tell. I just went back with some detail scissors and cut that hot glue out. But so you can see here, I ran out of just the purples. I wanted just the purples, but I added some pink, and then I did some green. I used a pool noodle as a holder. And then what I did was I got like a little ice pick tool. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. But anyhow, you just need something to poke a hole into your little floral foam. And then I needed something to poke a hole into that pool noodle, and that's what I had on hand. See, it looks like a little ice pick. I'm not sure what, I don't know. But anyhow, it worked perfect. So I just wiggled out a little hole big enough for my straw. I did come back and put hot glue in that so that it's not gonna come out. And then you're gonna also use some more of those little eyelet hooks to screw in the top so that you can hang these. So aren't these adorable? These are little lollipops, y'all.
Please, hear the wind in the trees in winter.
Alright, project number 5. You guys, hang in there with me. In the end, I'll show you all of them. I really had fun with this one. So I got some of these little cones that look like Christmas trees. And then I got kind of a medium-sized styrofoam ball. These paints are like a brown and a gold caulk from Dollar Tree. And then I've got some pink paint because I'm thinking like strawberry ice cream. So you see where I'm going with this. So I'm going to take my bread knife again and cut my ball basically in half. And I didn't want to go back and forth because I want it as even, as smooth as possible. And then I did have to come back and kind of level it out a little bit, but that did good just pressing it down. So I'm going to hot glue that onto the little cone part, and I'm going to make these like a waffle cone. And when I hot glue that on, I am going to come in with my caulk and make a bottom layer around the top, the ice cream part, to make it kind of look like the ice cream was scooped up there and it's sitting there and it's got that, you know, it gets that edge to it. So we want to make that edge, and you had to make that edge with caulk. I let that fully dry for, I think, at least a day. And then I actually came back with the caulk and put a good layer on, and took, I think I used that bread knife actually, and I had to wash that up because I used that in my kitchen. But anyhow, you could use an artist's knife or whatever, but I came back with that bread knife and smoothed that out. So you've got the edge there, so you want that dry, and then come back with some more caulk after that's dry, and kind of take and make some swirls to it to make it look like it's come out of like an ice cream machine. But this is going to be an ice cream. And then I'm just going to come in with my acrylic paint and paint that. And the bottom, I'm mixing that gold and that brown for the waffle cone. Now, I will say these kept falling over. I've got them propped up into my little pool noodle, and they sit okay right now. But when they get dry, they get top heavy. Oh, I had caulk everywhere. I had to come back and touch up some places. But see how it looks like it's dripping on the side? I like that. I didn't cut those little drips off because it's like your ice cream is melting, right? So you're going to paint your cone part, your brown, your gold, and then your ice cream, whatever color ice cream you want. And then these are truly going to look like ice cream cones. And then I'm just going to come in with some eyelet hooks and screw those in there. I kind of did those off center. I didn't want these hanging straight down, so they kind of sit a little bit up into the tree. And they're really not that heavy. They're just top heavy, so they kept wanting to fall up onto the cone part. And then, that's it. So the hard part is finding something to hold them up because they kept wanting to fall over. I did have to do, I think I had to do 3 coats of that brown to get that. It kept soaking into that styrofoam. But it just gets you some good coverage on there. And then you've got the cutest little ice cream cones. Now, again, you could come back with some Mod Podge, add some real sprinkles if you wanted to. You could come back with that puff paint and add something to it. You know, whatever candies you wanted to put on top, you could actually put that on top. But these are adorable, and they do look like ice cream cones. And like I say, hang in there with me because everything's going to be shown on the end, where I actually did decorate the tree that sits in my sunroom as a Candyland tree. So we're using all of the ornaments that we're making along with some other candy. And here you go. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Look, and I did go back. I had some more of those cones left, another styrofoam ball. I used them to make like snow cones, and I used blue paint for that. Aren't those adorable? I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like anything in this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, I appreciate it so much. It's free for you guys, but it helps me out a whole bunch. Thank you guys. Y'all are awesome. Till next time.